if we look at PBs here, Msushi with a 30-30 around there. Swesie with a high 32. So there's a potential upset, but it will be hard, especially if you almost die in prologue.
And they're using chapter timers.
Yep. So for Sushi that will be annoying since we don't see his total in-game time.
I mean, he's paying attention to his chat, so I think. So if someone wants to tell him, I'm sure he'll change it.
Yeah, he needs to go to file time real quick. Yeah. They just jumped around a bunch, 2 frames saved per jump, so might as well jump a lot. But who cares? We have a dash now. It's all way better.
Yep, doing it right now.
There we go.
Like I said, say it in chat and he'll do it.
Oh, we're synced now. Perfect.
Don't even need to bother with this restreamer.
So yeah, the main mechanic that they'll be abusing is jumping after having dashed, and you can basically do that on any like horizontal or vertical surface. Alright, got the second reverse hyper at least on Swesie's side, but you can see Msushi taking an early lead. People tend to forget that there are even traffic blocks in this game. They exist. Just ignore them most of the time.
Yeah, brilliantly used in Summit.
Yeah, you use like 2, 3 if you're lucky. Swesie not having the greatest of chapter 1s here. That was at least a nice ending stretch screen. Wow. Ending stretch screen. So on to chapter 2 we go. Chapter 2. Personal favorite of mine, actually.
Yeah.
Oh. So.
Being that we are on Speed Game 1, we should explain a couple things. We got dream blocks. These dream blocks, you dash through them, and you get spat out the other side. And you can also jump on like the frame that you come out of them, along with hyper dashing as well if you wanna. But that's even tighter.
Now the jump isn't a frame, and you can buffer it a little bit, but
yeah,
it can be annoying to time.
It's pretty much a frame for the hyper dash, though.
Almost, yeah. It's really tight. And of course, if you get spat out of the other side of the dream block, you cannot be spat out into a wall, as Swesie just demonstrated for me. Perfect. Then you just get smooshed. I heard Sushi's is okay at Portal, not sure. I think, nah. But yeah, this Badline chase here, you have a few clones of yourself chasing you on a 2-3 second delay. So you gotta avoid backtracking on yourself, otherwise you might end up into them. And, especially in this last room, that's the main gimmick of the room. Swesie seems to have a bit of issues in these last few rooms.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying strategies that he may not be fully practiced in yet, so with that, like, downward diagonal dash, doing it a bit too late, it seems, and ending up in a awkward position.
Yeah. Sushi's now around 20 seconds ahead with that 149 chapter 2. As awake, it's all movement. There's no way to die unless you press retry. But there's of course a huge difference between going fast and slow.
And surprisingly enough, using those springboards is actually slower.
Yeah, those are so slow. Oh, you wanted to go right? Nah, you're going up now. As Sushi is now in chapter 3. What is the main gimmick of chapter 3 exactly? I forgot.
The dirt is alive.
Ooh.
And wants to kill you.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but they just seem to be sitting there.
Yeah, actually, they just kind of are
chilling.
doing their own thing, and you come into their way, and then you die if you hit them.
Yeah. Yeah, the hotel owner is a bit weird. It seems to originate from him. Not sure.
That's plot.
Yeah, plot. We don't care about plot. We skip all the plot. Regardless, most of these dust bunnies, or whatever you want to call them, they chill out a bit, move around in set cycles, and you want to do the cycle first try, because otherwise the actual cycle is different after respawning. There's a few rooms where that can just really mess you up.
Yeah.
Speaking of messes.
Yes. We got a big mess. I didn't want to destroy your segue, so I did it for you. I did want to. Great. But I did want to talk about the fact that you can't actually keep the cycles the same way that you would want them. If you leave the screen and come back, it'll be what you're used to.
Wait, Celeste is a mountain? I thought that was the main character. Yeah, that's weird. So, there's a huge mess here. We're gonna clean it up because we're nice. I don't know why, but we're nice. Why not? So there's 3 branches you can pick. And of course, these runners will follow the same path, since the exit of the path puts you closest to Oshiro. And you have to talk to him if you want to move on. As you can see, Sushi just right next to him can immediately move along.
There's also strawberries along the way. We don't need them, but they are there.
And oh, a crystal heart. What's that?
Who knows? Play it yourself and figure it out.
So Sushi is already done with Huge Mess, and Swesie has not reached the second button yet. That's a bit of a gap. Madeline, where's my dash? Yeah, that's her name. Confirmed.
Confirmed full name, yes.
So the elevator shaft where Sushi is right now consists of a bunch of long rooms. And of course, since the room act as sort of checkpoints, as if you die there, you respawn in the room. The longer the room, the more annoying it is. Because deaths are more punishing. Well, hello.
Trying to do the hyperdash strategy and failing.
Going face first into it, us bunny.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. Also happens with snowballs, but we'll see those in just a few minutes, actually. So this hotel owner, he is kind of mad that we cleaned up his hotel for him. I think he feels embarrassed or something, and now we pissed him off, and he's gonna just home in and attack.
No, he wanted us to stay there, and now we're leaving.
Yeah, that as well. First we come in, we clean up his mess as his esteemed guest. And now we're like, nah, we're out of here.
Nah, we don't like your place anymore, we're leaving.
Yeah. You have issues, man.
So he uses his ghost powers to kill us, potentially. Try to kill us. He has anger problems. We're not gonna dwell on it too much.
Yep.
We got the last screen here. Yet again, it's a long screen. Don't want to die. Shiro's being kind of a nuisance. Gotta wait. Taking it slow because he didn't want to take the chances there on that last Oshiro cycle.
Ooh, Swesie missing dash. Because you need a certain amount of pixels to get that dash refresh. And he stood too far right. Sushi entering chapter 4.
Yes.
We got some color ambiguous bubbles.
Wow, playing it safe.
Yeah, I know. I was one of the few who started that whole discussion, so I would avoid it.
They're blue.
Not, they're green. Anyway, teal. No. I see. Oh, Swesie actually died. Swishy. So I merged them together. Swesie dying in the last Ushir room. Well, Sushi. Maybe it's too similar. Let's move along these clouds. Gonna bounce off the wall here with a spike. No problem.
Using some wall bounces.
Yep.
A bunch of wall bounces. Oh, like 4 or 5 wall bounces.
Let's see what kind of auto-scroller strat he wants to do. Ultra? Yes. Nice.
That is a nicer one, is that you are using that directional block a bit earlier than all the other strats, so you're out of there technically a bit faster.
Yep.
Not by much, though.
And you can get a wall bounce at the end, which also saves like half a second. And we'll also see how well each player's bitrate is and how good their computers are, since the wind likes to mess up streams.
It's a very good point. I always find it interesting on that. I find it interesting on the screen with the 4 directional blocks there, like which path you choose to do, because the clouds, I believe, using the cloud, I believe, is the fastest, but the cloud is very odd and hard to use. Like it's inconsistent a lot of the time, so people just choose to use the directional blocks.
I think that taking that upper block and doing like a really short hyper is faster.
I don't know my speed strats, so
yeah,
sure. I'm just
Fun
saying
fact, that strat was found by TGH during the last GDQ. That was the fact. Anyway.
What, like in a practice room or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sushi flying through cliff face here with where the wind is basically preventing you from moving unless you press dash.
And preventing his stream from being top quality.
No, that's just for us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It'll be over soon.
For comms, the quality is a little bit lower since we see it earlier, of course. But still fine. He flew through that chapter with a 253, if I can read. So he's increasing his lead on Swesie for sure. As he's already Mirror Temple with bubbles that actually have a well-defined color and some dash blocks.
No, that's purple. I'm colorblind.
Alright, I'm secretly a dog. That's gray for me.
Yes. Anyway, they go until they hit a wall, unless you dash out of them before they get hit a wall.
Sushi actually getting very tight psycho skip. Let's see if he can get the yeet strat on Msushi's side. That is this room. Yes. Let's see if he gets it.
Yep, using the momentum from a dash platform into a corner boost. That is a yeet.
Come on, now do a DBS. Oh.
Nope, did not set up for it. You instantly know they're not doing DBS when they don't go to the menu on that screen.
Yep. What the? So I see styling a little bit in that last room of chapter 4. But he's around a minute behind now. Or more even. It's gonna be rough for him to catch up. But I did hear Swesie wanted to try DBS first try. So let's see if he can get it. Meanwhile, Sushi just gave himself a hug.
Yeah, it does seem that Swesie's trying to do riskier strats, knowing of the difference in PBs. So just trying things that he's not fully practiced in because he knows he needs it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, neat strat for Sushi's side. Gonna move on to unraveling into the seeker rooms, while Swesie is nearing Yeet.
Oh, by the way, we got these seekers. They can run into the coins and pick them up. Also can bash into the red blocks to destroy them, along with the shockwave that they have when you hit them.
So I think
did not quite get the yeet.
Not quite. It's not even accurate. I think kind of missed though.
Didn't even try for it. Yeah.
Oh, where's DBS? Oh no.
Oh, he's going for it, but did not
retry.
do the death setup. That's interesting.
That's two.
Still
tries.
going for it. Not getting the corner
retries.
boost. But yeah, you're trying to get a corner boost on this first spike area over here, so it's not getting the corner boost quite yet.
Okay, decide. Fuck it.
Starts setting it up the 5th time, and then is like, screw it, I'm not doing it the real way.
Yeah, that feels bad to see that. It's like. Alright, meanwhile, Sushi just, casually skipped search, but that's kind of expected out of everyone. But the more interesting part is the Theo section, which is sort of an escort mission, but you can actually get ultra dashes, which we have not mentioned yet, while holding Theo.
You can lift.
Ooh.
I don't know how we do with these things. Another one? Come on.
If you do a down right dash after a hyper, you get enough speed to get an ultra. And if you then grab Theo, you can actually jump while keeping that ultra momentum and just fly through a room. Because normally if you are to the ground too fast, the game will just make it a normal hyper again. But Theo changes that somehow.
And saves the day again.
Yeah. Theo saves the day.
Again. Also, this screen, you're supposed to throw him onto that dash platform, but who has time for that?
Sushi is going for an amazing 5A time. Even getting the ultra in the last room.
Yeah,
it's gonna be 421.
Wow.
Almost.
Almost. Be pretty impressive to get 420 in the Eat chapter.
So, I don't know if he has his splits open, like, on a stream, but he could be on a very good pace here. I don't really know the exact numbers. Can basically only tell on Summit.
Yes. But anyway, we got chapter 6. Reflection. And it took a bit for me to remember words. There's a leg skip.
First try.
Yeah.
Easy every time.
It was a bit of a slower setup for the leg skip, but it still works.
So yeah, there are these blocks here that make a Ururu noise called Kevin blocks. They're really nice. Sometimes, I think they're the nicest new gimmick in the chapter.
I believe they're officially called crush blocks, but
yeah,
Kevin made too good of a noise for us to ignore.
Pretty much. But yeah, the other new mechanics are feathers and bumpers, and we don't really like those. Especially for Sushi, the keyboard player. Unfair feathers. Yeah, the most annoying thing about bumpers is that they actually wiggle a bit while in the air, and that can sometimes just mess you up. That's really annoying.
Yeah, by the way, a thing that's been happening throughout the entire run pretty much is that momentum can carry on even through screen transitions. And then you regain your dash on a screen transition, so it's pretty useful to do that, and it allows you to do things that you wouldn't be able to do if you just kind of stood still at the start of the screen.
Pretty much, yeah. And that's one of the reasons the game looks so fluid as well. Because you can just keep going through screens. Msushi going for top route, which is like 0.3 seconds faster or something. Okay, especially if you do that, but it's harder to perform.
Did he dash? Did he dash through that that bumper there? I couldn't actually tell. Okay.
He did.
Cool. Yes, there's a few frames while it's recharging that you're able to dash through it. As if it's not even there.
And if you dash on time, you can actually get on the other side and get a really easy bumper boost as well. Because if you hold away on the frame you hit the bumper, like the other direction you would get sent flying into, you actually fly faster and further.
Gets the developer intended shortcut, no problem. And Msushi's towards the end about to enter battle line fight, and Swesie is just starting chapter 6. So
that's a good 3-minute difference.
Yeah.
Here's a nice boost. Makes it. And the fight has begun. Oh, Swesie, I saw that. That hurt. So this other part of you kind of decided that it's time for you to fall down the mountain and give up. So now we're gonna confront her and smack her in the face. We gotta talk some sense into that, of course. So all of these rooms are in such a way that you want to go as fast as possible while avoiding the obstacles that are thrown at you, including the attacks of Battleline here. But it's a good thing that the attacks are the same every single time in each room. So the patterns are quite easy to figure out. Hugs. Yeah. You could say they're hugs, but it feels like we're more like slapping in the face. Just not listening.
But we hug her at the end.
At the end we hug. When in doubt, you hug it out.
Msushi pretty much at the end of the first half of the battle line fight. Yep, here we go. This little transition here where battle line reinforces the idea that you are not a mountain climber. And now,
not even using a safety rope. Like, come on.
Yeah. And now we got the platforms are moving back and forth in cycles, along with some really glitchy music, and that is the more important part of these two, of course. The music being glitchy.
Yep. Right, because Msushi just not really caring about any obstacles in this way. Going really fast. Coming up into the last room of the fight already. There is a tight cycle skip you can get here.
Was that it? Because that looked like it.
Ooh,
oh!
No, it wasn't it.
It wasn't until they missed the bumper.
Yeah, but it was. Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, that looks like something. That was something I haven't quite seen before. I've seen something close to that, of course, but that is. Oh, that's really tight.
You might miss a sub 6 because of that now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna lose some time there.
Yeah, this is just barely above 6 minutes. Which probably is annoying given the previous chapter.
Okay, so the plan for Msushi is simple. Get an A30 summit and you will not PB. So get world record summit. Should be easy.
Yeah.
So Swesie is now in the fight. has at least managed to not lose more time compared to Msushi in this chapter. Well, never mind. Cursed it. Back to Msushi. Woo! As he now has a second dash because of confronting himself.
Plot!
Plot. Because plot.
Because plot.
So now I have 2 dashes. And suddenly there's almost no floor anymore. So we just fell all the way down. Now we're gonna climb back up with our newfound powers. The redemption arc has been completed.
Yes,
nearly.
newfound powers of friendship.
Exactly. And,
Friendship with ourselves.
We have to redo, quote unquote, redo every chapter again. But now you're just gonna go super fast.
Yeah, I'm just now realizing that Madeline is her own best friend at this point.
Yep. You become friends with depression. Wait, what? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, nice. Getting that summit dash over there. The end of 500 meters. Corner dash. Corner grab.
Jump. Just corner
jump. Corner jump. And now we get
jump near a corner.
Yeah, now we're back to the dream blocks, and you get to see more hyper dashes being used more often than jumping out of it, because there's just a lot more like horizontal area to cover, so it's a lot better to use them.
Yep. And previously you didn't have another dash to enter a new dream block as well.
Yes, that's
could be annoying sometimes. Getting them all.
So far, so good. Gets them all. Good job.
Well, there's one more. Right
oh
here.
yeah, that one more entering there. Yeah.
Got all the dream hypers. Very nice. It's very nice.
What
into
year
the
is it?
I don't know. Into the hardest part of Summit, argued by many.
Yeah, it's
Especially if
200
you want to
meters.
go fast.
Yeah, so with all the cycles going on here, if you do not do things the way you typically practice it, you will end up in a cycle that it can be punishing. And you either have to just try to go as fast as possible through it, or wait for the cycle to come back to something you're used to.
Nice ultra room there for Msushi. But yeah, in the room before that, the 2 rooms, he actually had to go slower because he missed his faster cycle strat. But other than that, it's been really clean. Yep.
Doing well to avoid that right dust bunny. That one can cause a lot of trouble for some people.
Swesie, meanwhile, also entered the summit. Gonna be really hard to catch up. There's always a way, of course.
Yeah, like 50 deaths.
Like Msushi, yeah, I don't know. Pausing and then going, you know, unconscious or something. I don't know.
It can happen. Don't root for that though. That's actually kind of dark.
Yeah.
Anyway, another auto scroller skip happening here. Extended hyper dash. Well done.
Yeah, he did
and
have.
there's the wall bounce at the end.
He did have a death on the snowball room before it, at the very end. So will be rough for him to PB still, because that's at least a 5 to 10 second time loss. But getting a 30 in of itself is already very impressive, so he's still on a good pace.
I don't. They might be able to get a 30 here. It's hard to tell.
I mean, let's see.
It's possible. In some ways, kinda.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, should be possible.
Yeah. And now 2,500 meters, the area that isn't as like isn't as tricky, but it has a lot of impressive looking strategies.
Yeah, for sure. It almost looked
First
like
off-
he missed the key.
Yeah, first off, the key skip right there.
And this room I like to call tight fit.
Yep. And the door skip. Because the doors have been skipped. We don't need no doors.
Yeah, we go under the doors like the cockroaches that we are.
Okay then.
So let's see. He needs to have a sub 3k to get a 30.
Which can be done, I believe.
Yeah.
ABM 3K is like the IL on 3K.
They're 230.
Yeah. Somewhere around 230, yeah. Maybe a bit less than that.
Ooh. That was a rough death for Swesie. The ultra room. If you get the entire strat, you have to do 3 ultra dashes here.
Also a lot of wall bounces. Because you're getting blown the other way. You're getting blown downward. When you want to go up.
Yep. Because when you're dashing, there's no wind that's being applied, even though that might look like it, so... You want to be able to keep doing those dash techniques to ignore the wind as much as possible.
Good cloud movement.
What is this, Smash Brothers?
Kinda? Madeline confirmed?
You said cloud movement.
No, I got where you were coming
okay.
from.
Whew.
It took a
first
bit,
tower
considering
fall, now Smash.
It took
It
a
isn't
bit
much
for me
of a
to
stretch.
figure that one out because Cloud is only in the latest installment. The
Yeah.
2 latest. Like... Not taking flag number 10.
Also, expect him to not take flag number 8.
Expected? Given.
Yeah.
It is
actually-
without question.
Mm-hmm. We did a sort of a treasure hunt thing where the goal was in 3000 to hit all checkpoints. That was quite annoying because everyone is used to skipping 8. Coming up to the top of the summit, if you will. What? No.
Yeah, the summit is...
The summit.
Oh, that's a weird place to die in flag number 3. At flag 2, manages to not get that flag. Good job. In some ways, it's a challenge to not get the flag, and we are just barely squeaking by on a sub 31 right now. It's still possible, but it might. Nope, not no longer happening. Okay. Struggling to regain the dash there at the end. That's a 31.05.
Yeah, the flag 3 death basically cost him that. But if he gets a 30 or 31, does not really matter that much. He still wins this race. That's what it's all about in the end. As Swesie is now in 2500 and will unfortunately be knocked out of the tournament But top 16 is nothing to be ashamed of. Especially for him, since he's improved himself so much in the last few months. Skips the doors. There we go.
I figured we'd have some music, because Swesie's audio is not usable right now, so we're just going to use Sushi's quaint music of the epilogue.
Perfect. And it looks like we already have Sushi on standby for some thoughts about the run. While Swesie will finish up on 3K here. I think it's best to talk to the victor of the race here. If he wants to hop in, that is. But yeah, it looked like Swesie is also having a bit of trouble in this run in general. Seems to be heading for, what is it, a 35? If I see this correctly.
There we go, now audio works for him.
Yay!
Swesie remembered to mute his mic, so I was able to go into it and use it now.
Audio. So yeah, 35, and I'm not sure. Well, I can probably tell you that it's not what he was hoping for. Ooh. Some ouch on flag 13 as well. Might even be a 36. Nah.
Okay. Yeah,
Nah,
no, this is a 35. This is definitively a 35. Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Wanted to skip the bubble. Let's go.
I mean, if you skip that bubble, there is a way to not get that flag. So, yep, not getting flag 5.
You sort of automatically get it anyway.
You get the screen transition checkpoint. You don't get the flag checkpoint.
Yep.
Which is in the same spot, granted, but it's technically not the same.
That's the best kind of correct. Technically correct. Now flag 2, we're almost there.
Yep. This is a 35 unless he pulls a Revo.
Or he pulls an oddbot.
Yes.
Where he retries twice.
Luckily he did not pull a Swesie, where he
No, he's standing there.
Luckily did not pull a Swesie where you retry on prologue.
Wait, no, we have a 52 prologue and PB. I think that was it. But yeah, that will be finished for that race. Swesie hops into the room immediately. Welcome.
Both of them are here.
Yeah.
Hi.
Everyone is here.
first of all, Mr. Sushi, congratulations on your victory.
Thank you, Blue Eye.
How did you feel about that race, or that run in general?
My run was actually unexpectedly good. If I didn't die in the last room of Battle Line on Reflection, I would have been in a PBable scenario for Summit, applying IL, but it would have been possible, so that's nice. But sort of fell off a bit on Summit, but it's okay. Still overall a really good run for me.
Yeah, was that an IL for... I didn't quite hear all of it. Did you say it was an IL PB for Chapter 5?
No.
Damn. Because that seemed really close to being one.
I'm fairly sure it was actually quite far off. I don't remember my exact Chapter 5 time.
It was a 421.
My IL is a 412, so...
Okay.
Dang.
Yeah. Video games.
Speedy gamers.
We also
and
have
of course,
Swesie here.
yes, where there are winners, there are lowers. And Swesie is unfortunately the lower of today. I saw you mentioned something about garbage fire.
Yeah, I don't think anything in that run went well, to be honest. That was just terrible for me overall, so... Yeah. I don't have much more to say than that. I suck at today.
Ouch.
I'm sorry, Swesie. Hopefully you can like get some runs in today that will make up for it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run all red berries.
I was about to say that ARB coming in. You're free.
I'm just gonna take a big break, 90%, because I'm so burnt out. I've been like, every time I've tried to practice, it's just been like, I've just started like chapter 2 and I'm like, I'm bored and I want to do something else, and I just can't finish any runs. So I just want to do ARBs, to be honest.
That's totally fine. It's not the first one to mention something like that. And of course, there's a really good ARB PB to watch and learn from.
I think overall this tournament, although it's been like really good, it's led to several people getting burnt out just because it's like you feel like you want to practice for like the races and stuff, so it can lead to burnout.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. As for Sushi, your next match is not even completely decided yet.
It's the loser in Tagerson vs. Gix.
You said the word.
I didn't say anything revolving to a bracket, but the person who does not win that match is who I'm facing.
Correct. Do you have any preference or expectations on who that opponent will be?
I know they're having a lot of trouble scheduling, so I hope that gets sorted out sooner rather than later. But although I'd like to say that based off my projections and their PBs, Gix is the better player. But I know he's rusty, so we'll see how that goes. I'd like to... they're both analog players, so I'd both like to destroy them equally. But overall, I'd actually really like to play Tagerson. Not even just for, like, it's an easier match, but just because I know him a little bit as a friend, so I think that would be a lot of fun.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm sure Swesie, if you care enough, you will go figure out what exact number you just got in terms of placement.
I think I was top 16. Pretty sure.
Somewhere in there, yeah. Yeah, you were top 16 apparently. Apparently Blue I was trying to figure out before and got 13th as the number.
Yeah.
Sorry? What?
They're in top 16, there are 4 people that get eliminated, so they're all 13th.
Oh.
That's how it works.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Which I'm happy with. Like, after entering the tournament as like 3rd overall seed and then also getting out of groups as 3rd seed, I'm still I got the furthest in my group. I got like way above my original seeding.
Yeah, I was saying before, yeah, 13th out of 128 people is pretty solid.
Overall, the tournament, I'm happy with how I've done. Just this race was absolute trash for me.
Oh well.
Everyone has those days.
Yep.
Congrats to Sushi,
That
though.
is
Well
relatable.
deserved. I'll look forward to seeing you win the tournament.
Right. We're getting there.
No, you definitely. It's definitely going to be interesting once we get getting to more than best of ones in the series. It's going to become like very hard to predict who's going to come out on top because consistency becomes even more key.
I totally agree. I am super excited to see these best of threes, which is why I actually really want these best of ones to clean out really fast. But that's just me. Like I feel
We don't
like
have too many left. We have like
it's like 4. I want to say.
a little bit more. I have like 1.5 losers or lower rounds or whatever. the
Oh
fuck.
yeah.
No, 4.
And then
Right?
1, 2,
Oh, no.
3.
I mean
4,
like
5.
rounds.
I think we have 8 matches left to play in best of ones. So.
Yeah, that seems about right.
And I think like
Well.
half of them have been scheduled already. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 8 matches and there's 1 completed, which is your Rise.
Ah.
Well, no, actually 9.
We'll have
There's
another
one
one
in,
later
one in the
today.
winner's side as well.
Yeah. There's 9 because of the Tigers and Gix one that we were referring to earlier.
Ah, dang. So
Well, that'll be a
will
treat
wrap
to
up,
watch.
This.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah.
Unless you got more to say, I'll do the closing stuff now. Oh, thank you, Sushi, for posting the links for me.
problem?
If you like strawberries, I'll probably stream some more berries later. So
Yeah.
Yay.
So go follow the runners, go follow the commentators. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next Celeste match will be at 2 p.m. On Speed Gaming 2 between Black Pear and Birdo Prey. BP is going on over here. It is currently 10:45 on the eastern coast right now.
Correct.
And I know I live there.
No,
Next
I
up,
can do the math.
oh,
Yay.
good for you. On Speed Gaming 1, we got the Ultimate Decathlon happening at 11. So you can stick around for that. Portal's also happening right now on Speed Gaming 2, or Randomizer starting on Speed Gaming 3 at 11. So you got choices. Stick around here, I would suggest, because Ultimate Decathlon's fun stuff to watch, in my opinion.
You know, I heard Portal's pretty cool. I don't know
Yeah.
myself though, but
At May, I do the same thing. Okay. So yeah, I think we're good here.
Yup.
have a good
Everybody for
Sunday,
watching.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Blue Eye and myself will be back for that 2 p.m. race to commentate. So, see you then.